little short subject, I've been very interested in using the Yandex plugin for GeoGuessr. Um, and I just made this map earlier today. Um, and that I should mention at the beginning. Okay, so what I did is that I had now all of these maps that start with the word Yandex are meant for use with the Yandex plugin. It triggers the that the map name containing Yandex tells the plugin that to supply the coverage, and so it turns out I've actually made several of the maps on here. There aren't very many of them yet, but so the new one, the Kazakhstan map is sort of waiting for my country stream to catch up to it in alphabetical order. But so we have the Norilsk industrial region. Um, certainly one of the more extreme places. No one has played the map yet, and since I made it, it's not really fair for me to get the high score. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it, and then right at the end, I'm going to quit, and then so that the score doesn't get recorded. Okay, so I'll use the daily challenge settings again. All right, all right. So this is Norilsk. Uh, Kind of a grim looking street. Um, okay. Let's see. Copy text. Um, yeah. So you might think, you already know that it's in Norilsk, but actually this is the entire Norilsk industrial region, which has several towns. Um, let's see. Yeah, how do you find anything here? It looks like we've got the older buildings, like the ones that were built by Gulag. Um, yes, the Norilsk was founded as a remote mining center. Okay. Um, yeah, Norilsk is very built up and compact, and so you can often just find the edge right there. Is that the okay? That's a small Orthodox church. Um, we have steps. Okay. Okay, and you can see that the city just comes to a completely abrupt end here. Um, there are no houses in Norilsk. Everyone lives in apartment buildings, as far as I can tell. Um, Maybe there might be spots in the countryside, if you can really call it that, where there would be a house. Yeah, there's one of those modern, Russian Orthodox churches that appears to be built out of Lincoln logs. Um, and Yeah, that's interesting. There's that pile of, that either mountain or pile of mine tailings I think I've seen making the map. Yeah, so let's see. So this is north. I think that it has to be in Norilsk just from the old buildings. That other towns are, well, Dudinka seems to have some older buildings, but um, it being the port for the Norilsk industrial region on the Yenisei River. Um, so there's a road coming out. Is there a church? Um, Maybe not. Um, let's see. What do we have here? Wait, it was all the way down there. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Okay. Um, these building, you can see, it's all large buildings, that this is a very extreme environment. It's north of the Arctic Circle. The Norilsk industrial region is not connected to the outside world by road, and flights to it are actually restricted. It turns out that at least foreigners need permission from the Norilsk Nickel Company to actually travel to Norilsk because they control all the flights. I mean, it's not technically a closed area, but there's no way to get there otherwise. What are you going to do? Right? You know, uh, hike through hundreds of miles of tundra from wherever you could get to. I don't know. Um, and Okay, so this is the whole central town of Norilsk here. There are a few other towns that are covered. Up here at the end, toward the end of the road, there's Talnach up here. There's coverage in Oganier, which is out here someplace. I think it's there. There's Kayarkhan here, and then at the other end of the railroad line, as I said, Dudinka on the NSA River. Okay, so I'm just gonna play one game here. Like there's actually only I think about 80 locations in the map. Um, the pedestrian bridge. Okay, this has to be Norilsk again from that it's the old buildings. Stalin era architecture. Um, Also, like Dudinka is I think had a couple of old buildings, but not very much. Like things. This is quite definitely Norilsk. Let's see. It's a north-south road. Um, in fact, it's north-south enough that it's not one of these. It actually has to be slanted, like it could be here. Um, this one looks better, right? It has apartments for rent in Norilsk. Okay, good to know. Yeah, there's Burger Ring. Okay. Um, Wait, no, North South Road. What was I thinking? Yeah, where do they actually have one of those? Is it this Komsomolskaya Ulica? Um, yeah, and then it curves around to the. Let's see, curves around to the right. Could it be that one? Norilsk Emergency Station. Okay, wonder what that is. Yep, sun to the north, so it must be wait a second. Sun to the north? That's the mid. Is it midnight? That's maybe it's midnight. I don't know. Maybe the compass doesn't work right. Um, yeah, that's bizarro. Um, okay, so did we reach the northern end of the? The mosque, right? I think there's only one of those. Um, yeah, we were down there, right? Wait, so I did actually think about guessing that, and like that the compass didn't look right, and so I talked myself out of it. That's very strange. Oh, the compass doesn't move at all. It's completely flummoxed by the index coverage. Only this compass works. Okay, so that's what was confusing me. Classic Soviet industrial Gothic. The infamous pipes, right? With the is it 4.5 meters high? Um, not labeled. Okay. They always seem to have the same clearance sign, 4.5 meters. Um, it was a centrally planned economy. They should have just not made any vehicles that were 4.5 meters high. Like then, yeah, I was kind of hoping to get one of the other towns on these on this. I'm only playing one game, like as the preview. Um, but let's see. Uh, yeah, that's interesting. Venera is the name there. It must be named after the spacecraft. Um, are we there? Um, yeah, I'm wondering maybe this road. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a street sign when I was making the map. That I don't think any of these streets are labeled. I saw places where there were markings on the buildings like this. Uh, right. Also, Yandex coverage has the addresses in it. Um, Purvo okay, 15. Um, right. Nonsense. Oh, Nonsense, named after the polar explorer, right? Um, so I got it completely wrong. We were in Kyrkon, okay? Um, yeah, I should have taken a closer look at those buildings because, like Kyrkon was built later. It has, looking at the buildings in it, I'd say it's probably Khrushchev Brezhnev era for the buildings. Um, right. All right. So we have, yeah, that's interesting that this compass works and this one doesn't. Um, you'll also notice here, kind of sun to the north, like this is north of the Arctic Circle. It doesn't work the way that you would ordinarily expect it to. Um, let's see, magazine iced. Um, yeah, given the amount of buildings, I think this has to be Norilsk. The other towns are okay. So there's a church. right, so we have, yeah, so this is the very edge of town with tundra beyond it. Um, Stroitelnia Ulica. Oh, there's Kyrkan. Okay. So this tells us that we are in Kyrkan. Oh, that's not where Kyrkan is. This is where Kyrkan is. Um, uh, let's see. Stroitelnia is over here. Five. Okay, so if we return to start, thinking about this landscape, like maybe, what you do is you just find those address plaques. There was the church. There's the church. Okay, so yep. Okay, so we 5K'd that one. Um, yep. This being a little short stream, this is the last round. Not much to this map. Um, is this Kyrkan or is this Norilsk? Um, um. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. This I was hoping for this one. Yep. That's right. This is the northernmost Carl's Jr. in the world. The northernmost Carl's Jr. in the world is near the state is near the bus is near the it's the bus station, I guess it is, in Talnach. Um okay, so just need to find, wait, there's, let's see, was it let's see, that just says shopping center. um I thought this was at the station. What does the building say? Um, Galactica, that's right. Oh, there it is, Galactica. Yeah. So, yeah, if I zoom in, I don't know if it actually lists. Does not appear to have the Carl's Jr. on the map. I guess no one has reviewed it yet, but this is where it is, and so I've determined where we are. But as I said, I don't actually want to get the high score on this map because I made it. It's not really fair. So I guess I hit escape, leave the game, and then thank you for watching. This is just a little introduction to the map, and so if anyone wants to play it, the map is called Yandex Industrial Region. I think I want to change my description of the thing so that that on the map, it will have a link to where to actually get the Yandex plugin so you can play Yandex maps on GeoGuessr. Um, and so yes, there was no Google coverage in there. That the area has no Google coverage. This area is only available with the Yandex plugin.